Everybody online talks about being a content creator like it's instant success. But I started taking content creation serious at 40. And the reality looks a little different. It does. So today I want to talk to you guys about what's actually going on behind the scenes. The growth, the money, the struggles, and why I'm still doing it. Cheers. Buckle up. Why I took content creation seriously, honestly, because I really enjoy it. It's funny because when I talk to some people, they feel stressed by it or it doesn't come as natural. And I think that's normal too. Like everything isn't for everybody. But I literally have enjoyed social media since the beginning of time. Since the beginning, since Facebook, since MySpace. Like something about sharing. And I think I'm low-key like, I have photographer energy. Like, should I have been a photographer or a videographer? Anyways, so I think that's what's always motivated me to keep going because I genuinely like to share. And it's not for attention. I literally love the idea of community and connection with people outside of your immediate village. I think it's interesting. The concept behind the original part of social media, I love. Okay, and then as I became a mom, and of course as I've aged, I love the support that women give each other. What? Women are just top tier when it comes to that, right? So I think that was one of the other things like I connected with it so easily is like the motherhood aspect, the womanhood aspect, and like the aspect of it all. Another element was as I've grown, evolved, and just navigating through different seasons of my life, social media has helped. Like I have also learned how to separate it somewhat, like so I'm not over consuming other people's ideas and ideologies and things like that. But it has been cool to see like, oh, I'm not alone. Because sometimes people in your immediate circle don't want to tell their business. Sometimes strangers on the internet will tell you their business. So you'd be like, oh, okay, so this is a thing. This is a thing. I think another element for me why I have continued to do it, and it probably stems from my entrepreneur background, is I genuinely love the idea of building something myself that's not based around me physically doing something. You know, coming from being a hairstylist, although I love that and that's still, you know, my own skill, but it's taxing on your body, it's physical. Being a content creator is a lot of work, like it is, but it's not so service based in the sense where I'm like manually doing something for other people to get a result, if that makes any sense. So I think it goes along with my entrepreneurial spirit. Like I just love the idea of doing something on my own, that's mine, that I can see the fruits of that labor. I also think back on the idea of the womanhood and motherhood aspect of why I enjoy it. I think during this healing period, it has been beneficial to me. And therapeutic. It has been. Like I can't even deny that. Like I kind of said before, like Becoming Her was a series that I knew to grow my platform here and elsewhere. I needed a series, but I didn't realize the series was gonna be a therapy session every week. But I'm grateful for it. So those are some of the reasons why I enjoy content, and I hope it makes you think about what parts of it are making you want to be a content creator or say I should do this. Okay, hold on. We're going to get to the next part. Okay, so let's talk about the platforms. Okay, so y'all, I know there's a lot of apps. Okay, now I will tell you, I am not on all of the apps. Contrary to what you think, I am not. I focus on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and slightly Facebook. Okay, those are the four that I focus on. I'm not saying that's what you got to do, but that's what I'm doing. Okay, because Facebook we know like the back of our hand. Instagram pretty much too. TikTok I have learned, and YouTube I am growing. You get what I'm saying? So, and the beauty is I utilize the scheduling, so I'm not like boop, 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 like I schedule everything and walk away. So let's break it down. Let's start with TikTok. So with TikTok, I do feel like it's a mixed demographic over there. You can find your people over there. I do feel like you could grow a little faster on TikTok. Not even just about going viral, but if you utilize like text on screen and do a few of the trends, you can grow there. I do think it is great to utilize TikTok lives. Yes, even though I haven't gone live in a couple weeks, but I do feel like like beyond just the growth that you get from going live, the confidence you gain, the going on the fly, earning some extra money, that is an easy, fast way to monetize and see some money. Now, at first you're going to see like a couple dollars, but if you're doing it consistent, you can actually see the growth there. I also think that if you're being consistent on whatever said platforms that you are committing to, you'll start to build a community. Like on TikTok, we call ourselves the Brew Crew, and it kind of trickled over here too, because I experimented with live streaming here on YouTube. Okay, so then we got Instagram. Instagram I call my bougie crew, right? So these are actually people that I know like in real life, and of course others, because I have 10,000 followers over there. But I feel like Instagram, you do have to curate just a little bit more, be a little bit more pretty over there. But I've also gotten over that fact of it, and I post a lot of the same content I post on TikTok because that's just who I am. Like I can't be fake and phony, right? But I will do some of the like videos with like transitions and like prettiness, just because it does do better over there. So Instagram, I think, is a great place for connections with companies, because people will actually read their DMs on Instagram. We don't read our DMs on TikTok. TikTok is scamming over in them DMs. They need to get that together, okay? But anyway, so I do feel like having a more polished Instagram helps. Now, you can be a little raw in your stories, but I definitely think your Instagram should be a little bit more, professional-ish, but fun. So brands can see that, because if you tag them or if you reach out to them, then they'll go there. And then Facebook, I feel like it's for Gen X and Boomers and family. But people are really making money on Facebook, okay? So I'm personally monetized on my business page. So I had an old Miss Hair Boss page. I now changed it to Alicia's Life and Coffee. Feel free to go ahead and do you follow over there? I don't even know what it's called on Facebook. But whatever. And so that page got monetized first. So my personal page that I turned professional is called Having a Professional Dashboard. I'm meeting all the marks. I have more followers. I'm just waiting to be monetized there. So I just been reposting old content on the page that's monetized to make a couple dollars over there. But I can see the potential. Ooh, y'all, I can see the potential. I be making fun of Facebook, but Facebook may be that girl, especially if you just repurposing content. That's all you got to do, repurpose the content, okay? And then, of course, we have our YouTube. I feel like YouTube is like old money. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could really make a bag here, right? Now, the problem, the thing that I'm struggling with here, and y'all know this is a safe space, honest space, is my watch hours. I am getting the engagement. I'm getting the subscribers. We're almost at like 1,100 subscribers here. Like, it's going great here. I'm not complaining, but I'm just trying to understand what they consider a watch hour. Like, why is it taking why are my watch hours? So at first I thought it was just because I do shorter videos. I don't do 20, 30 minute, hour long videos. But, and people are retaining or watching it. So I'm still trying to figure that part of it out. So note to anybody, if you have any suggestions on how to gain more watch hours, so here to get monetized, you have the 1,000 subscribers, and you have to post at least 3 videos, okay. And then you can either have 3 million views on shorts, which I have like several 100,000, and then, or 3,000 views, watch hours. So just trying to navigate through that. So those are the 4 platforms that I am using and semi-monetized on them. Like I was already talking about. So we got watch hours, brand deals, affiliate link. Those are all the real ways that you monetize or make money, right? So, okay, watch hours, like I was just previously saying, I'm still trying to get my watch hours up here. So I am not monetized on YouTube yet. I can get the stars or the powers, or what do they call it here? I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so brand deals. Brand deals is an interesting conversation because I think people, I don't know. So brand deals can go several ways. So brand deals could just be gifted products. Some people consider that brand deals. Okay, so the catch with being gifted products is that's great, right? That creates content for you. You can unbox and all of those things. But then after that, right, I always tell people, send a follow-up email to that said brand and let them know the analytics and how well it did, because you can have a partnership with them. So that's a form of a brand deal, right? Then another brand deal is when it's called inbounding or outbounding, whatever. When a brand reaches out to you and wants to pay you for X amount of videos, X amount of lives, or whatever like that. And you negotiate, you create a contract, and that's a said brand deal. Then you also have like affiliate brand deals, which a lot of TikTok shops do, is where they'll send you something, you post about it, you add their TikTok shop. So that's in my opinion, kind of sort of a brand deal, but it kind of leans more into affiliate programs. So many of your favorite influencers, that's what they're doing. So when you see links in their bio or them showing you a code, that's because they're getting a commission on the back end from said product. Okay. So some of the brands that I promote, that's what I do. So I get a commission when you buy the product from them. Okay. So it is beneficial. And if it's a product you're already buying, y'all, like support the people, because let me tell y'all something, these companies, they have the money to pay the creators the percentage. And it's like easy marketing for them because they know people are going to, everyday people post and tag brands to promote these brands and they get nothing out of it. So it's like, if I can get an affiliate link, why not? Another form of affiliate link is similar, like the ambassador programs, like with Walmart, Old Navy, whatever. Same thing. That's all in that affiliate program where you get a commission on the back end. Y'all favorite creators are not making the money you think they're making, or they're doing other things and they're not quite explaining it right. So, that's why your girl got to be real with y'all, because some of them be making it seem like it's more than what it is. Like, that's why I say the word brand deal, the more I'm doing this and the more I talk to more people, a brand deal isn't a brand deal unless it's a brand deal. Okay. Okay. I feel like people assume once you start creating a bunch of content or once you say you're a full-time content creator, like money just falls out the sky. No, typically most of your favorite creators that make real money are not making money from the actual platforms like that. Like being in a creator program fund on TikTok, like that's not, unless you really have like a million view videos and stuff like that, like them checks ain't hitting like that unless you have like millions of followers and millions of views. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is like most of it comes from partnerships with brands, affiliate links, and partnerships and relationships you build as you meet people on these platforms because you put yourself out there. I think people don't realize the beginning stages is a lot of building. Like you have to be consistent. I know I talk about it all the time, but you really do. Like making the amount of content that I'm making right now, it's bringing in some income. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all know I ain't gonna pretend. It's bringing in some money. Like some money is coming in, but it's not enough for me to not be doing other things. You get what I'm saying? But I also understand that I'm building a platform because once I decided to go full time, I wasn't doing what I'm doing now. If I was already doing some of this, I probably could be a little bit, you know what I mean? But I wasn't ready to go full time yet until I lost my job. But y'all get what I'm saying. So like right now you're laying the foundation, you know what I'm saying, to really be like a sustainable, unless you have some huge viral moment. And then let's be honest, half the people that have these viral moments, it's just like when you hit the lottery. A lot of times people win the money, then lose the money because they spend it fast. You get what I'm saying? But I think there's a false reality of what being a content creator is financially. So people be like, Alicia, how's it working? So I'm gonna tell y'all what's actually working for me. Being consistent. I know sometimes I might be like, God damn, she posts a lot. Yes, I do. And I don't feel no type of way. I don't feel, you could call it cringy. I don't care. I committed to this. It's just like you be on your Outlook and your Teams checking your emails for work. This is the same thing for me. Same thing, babe. Same thing. Or as it is. Whatever. My point is like, it's consistency. Like if I'm not able to post every day, I create something that I can post because I have to keep myself out there, right? Like when a musical artist is trying to get out there, you're going to hear their song 55,000 times. So you're going to see my face 55,000 times. Mm-hmm. Another thing that has worked for me is being real, like showing my real life. Like I said, I feel like once I stopped trying to not necessarily compare, but go along this line of what I thought the cookie cutter or what I thought I wanted me to be as a content creator, when I let that go and just was like, you know what? Rip the band out. I just got to be me. I can't be trying to, do this, do that. Like once I started showing my real life, and I don't mean real life like telling on your business. I just mean being a little bit more showing not just like the pose pictures and the prettiness, like, having real conversations that could sometimes be hard, but it connects and it feels more authentic and it allows me, and I feel like you too, to enjoy making the content because you're not trying to live up to whatever you think this idea is of being a content creator. Another thing that works for me is cooking videos, y'all. My cooking videos do really well here. They do well, period. So I will say once you kind of find what works, and like I said, I am not down to one niche, as y'all see. I'm a little bit of everything in the seasoning cabinet. I also think hitting this milestone of 40, and I know y'all probably tired of hearing it, but like it has been reflective. And I feel like because that's the season I'm in, that's a lot of my content is these aha epiphany clarity moments, and it's been working. Now, I do try trends sometimes. Sometimes I do. I will do a trend if it hits home for me. I will do a trend if my girls want to do a trend. I will do a trend if the song makes sense. Like, I will. But I don't do every trend. Some of them I really, really, really like, but I'm like, that's just not for me. That just don't work for me. It doesn't align with what I got going on. But so my suggestion is do a trend or two, especially on TikTok. Especially on TikTok. It does help boost you up and get you people or what engagement or whatever. But I don't agree with making your entire identity trends and dancing unless you're actually a TikTok dancer. You get what I'm saying? What I wish I knew earlier and what I would tell you who's watching this, who wants to be a creator or whatever, stop overthinking. I'm not an overthinker by nature. However, when it came to content, at one point, I would overthink the editing. I would overthink how it looks. I would overthink that I have vertical blinds. Like, I would overthink it and then either refilm or not post it or whatever. So I would definitely say, like, stop overthinking. Consistency, I know I say it all the time, but consistency is better than perfection. When I stop stressing over editing and having transitions and all the things and just focus on having a title on the screen and maybe some captions, and I might throw in a little transition here and there, but I don't stress myself over that. I feel like it's when I saw the growth, like when I just kept being consistent and not being perfect. Because there's powerfulness in not being perfect. Also, I feel like maybe because I love y'all and it's just my community. Like, I just love y'all so much. Y'all been so supportive. So for me, community, like who I see in the comments or when I do check views or analytics, that's what matters for me. That's what matters. If it's 50 of my brew crew, if it's 50 of my crew watching my stuff, I'm happy. I'm happy. Like, sometimes I get anxious when it be a whole bunch of people. When it be a bunch of views, I'd be like, where y'all come from? Like, who y'all people watching my personal stuff? You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's community. It's community over everything. Because what are we doing this for? You know what I'm saying? And lastly, you don't have to be young. You don't have to look young. You don't have to try to have the latest whatever. Do you. Wear whatever it is you wear. Wear the makeup, don't wear the makeup. Do the trend, don't do the trend when it comes to that. But like, you don't have to be young to be on this. Because let's not forget, y'all. Does that make the sound? Millennials created all of this. Don't forget it. There would be no TikTok without MySpace. There would be no TikTok without Black Panic. Shoot, there wouldn't even be no, because all of that was before even Facebook. So I'm just saying, don't forget. Don't act like this isn't a space for us. This is our space. This is ours. Okay? So if you've been thinking about making content, creating content, being an influencer, doing UGC, this is your sign. You're not too old. It's not too late. You can do it too. Don't overthink it. Just be consistent. Stick to a schedule that works for you. And I'm here to tell y'all, it's not too late. The money is there. The people are there. Your people are there. And if you have any questions or need a suggestion or some help, just message me, email me, or whatever. I don't know, because on YouTube, there's no DMs. But you get what I'm saying. I'm here for you. Well, this is Alicia. Alicia's Life for Coffee, your favorite millennial mom. Cheers.